Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Artsy Autismmom Chronicles. Today we are taking a lunchtime walk and I'm gonna chit chat with you guys about what's on my mind. However, before we get into our chit chat and walk, here's the intro and I'll be with you right after that. Hey guys, happy August, and it's almost the end of the month, but here is my little lunchtime walk, and my lunchtime is really like mid-morning because I start work early, but I just want to use this time to just kind of tell y'all some of my thoughts about some of the things that happened over the last week with the DNC, and then let us not forget the happenings in Vegas. But it is starting to get warm out here, so before I go on, let me just get a little drink of my water that I have with me and let you guys just enjoy the scenery while I take a go. And there's a plane going overhead. Be right back. So it has been a interesting week, as I said, and weekend in politics, real life, and in these YouTube streets. But I want to first start with my thoughts about the DNC. That was a very good DNC convention, and I'm saying this as someone who is not a Democrat. I'm saying this as someone who is definitely an independent, and I just thought that it was good to see some younger people, and yeah, they may be older, but I mean, you have to be a certain age in order to be the president. But I have been quite vocal in the fact that I said I did not want to have to vote for some old man for president. There had to be a better choice. And thankfully, we do have that. You know, Kamala Harris is in her 50s, and her roommate is just 60, both of whom are younger than myself. But, you know, because I'm walking every day in this senior life of mine, I'm in good shape. Whew, time for another sip of this water as we walk. As I was saying, I really liked the focus on the future coming from the DNC instead of back to the good old days as we're getting from the RNC. Two very different types of conventions, and sorry if the wind is getting in my way, so I'm trying to talk as loud as I can without shouting. But just two very different dynamics in the conventions. One of my favorite moments in the convention was when my forever FLOTUS, Michelle Obama, with her braids, cat up there and talked about the fact that being president of the United States might be one of those black jobs that Orange Hair Man talked about. And I'm just going to say this. I still don't know what a black job is. What the heck is a black job? I also liked how 44 got up there and talked about the fixation with crowd size that Orange Hair Man has. And, it was different also in how they did the roll call, because as an introduction for each state, they had, a musical interlude as the delegates made their way. And the state of Georgia had Lil Jon up there. And we heard all different types of music coming through, but somehow hip hop made its way into the DNC. And meanwhile, over in the RNC, we have Beyonce giving a cease and desist to Orange Hair Man to stop using her music, which he has graciously allowed Kamala to use. Very contrasting distinctions, and it's going to be interesting how things pan out during these next 80 or so days until the election. All right. Now, while the DNC was going on in Chicago, let us take a little segue over to the YouTube streets for a moment, shall we? So, while that was going on, also in Chicago, two YouTubers decided to meet for dinner. Now, I keep telling y'all that we are, work associates in these YouTube streets as content creators, and that it is extremely rare, not that it doesn't happen, but for the most part, there aren't any friends on YouTube. So these two ladies met for dinner, and during the course of that dinner, a camera slip happened. And one of these ladies, the one who was the supposed victim of the camera slip, and I'm sorry, y'all, here comes the plane, so let me just pause for a second. I'll be right back. So the one who was the victim, and the plaintiff is going to be going, I'm just going to try to say what I have to say as close to the phone as possible. But the one who was the supposed victim was also sponsoring the other young lady for her trip to Vegas, which I'm also going to talk about in a minute. But for her trip to Vegas. And as a result of said camera slip, big blow up between these two ladies who didn't know each other. I don't get how y'all be paying for people to go places and stuff. Folks who don't have money to go someplace, well, you know how that goes, shouldn't be going. But nonetheless, she snatched back those funds. And then they both proceeded to do a tour of YouTube in regards to the whole situation. Now, this happened right before this weekend that the Vegas trip was supposed to happen for a bunch of content creators. Nonetheless, somehow, some way, this content creator who had all her stuff canceled on her, magically, someone else came in and sent her off, and as they say, she probably had the best looking room out of everybody, of all the people that showed where they were staying during the time in Las Vegas. Now let's get to this weekend in Vegas. Whew. I don't understand while y'all people be doing this stuff. And I guess it's just for content. So, you know, I'm not quote unquote beef sector. I'm, I guess, black sector, but really, I'm autism sector and black TV sector and wherever else I was before, we all ran up on the B sector. But I'm in here getting some food, a little lunch for today, getting me some stuff. So thankfully right now they're not playing any music in here, but you know what? Let me take this and turn it off just in case the music, and I'll come back to Vegas. And we are back. So, yeah, I had to, oh, excuse me, y'all. Sorry, I had to turn it off for a minute. Took a drink of water at the same time. But, y'all, seriously, these meetings, these meetups make me leery of meeting folk, you know, from the platform. Now I know this is not the experiences of everyone. I mean, there's meetups all over. I mean, we used to have the big YouTube thing that they would have out here in Southern California, which we haven't had since before the world changed. And maybe YouTube needs to get back to that so that people can meet in a neutral zone, because it seems that what happens in Vegas definitely does not stay in Vegas, especially if you're from the beef sector and the Mo3 sector now, because those are the folks that were over there in Vegas. And you would think that grown people know how to, go out of town when they are spending their own money and act accordingly, but that's not always the case. Now there was, several like little subgroups, as I mentioned. You had Cam, Queen 88, and VS. Then you had Ness and Lemon, and then you had like Sean Bradley and King Roman News, and a few of them that were kind of sprinkling back and forth between different places. Most people didn't seem to have an issue with coming on camera. Some people did not want to be on camera. For the most part, folks was on camera for most of the time, but there was just little crazy stuff going on, like the situation with VS, Cam, and Queen 88. That just became a crazy situation. And I mean, when VS was running through the streets of Vegas at night, I was just like, what the hell? See, I wouldn't be doing none of this, but I'm older. I wouldn't have been trying to hang out in no clubs. When I went to Vegas for my birthday, I went out to dinner. We had a nice time. We did some shopping. We did that kind of stuff because I am in my 60s. I'm a senior. And although I can dance and can hang out there, I'm not going to. I need to get my rest. And the crazy thing is, the running through the streets of Vegas thing was behind MU, who I didn't mention, because somehow MU and VS hung out for a minute in Vegas. We all saw it on live. It started off cool, and then it turned into some madness. But it was content. But it was, yeah. I don't know if she was PTSD and out. I don't know what was going on. It got that got crazy. And then we also saw, the supposed private party bus, which was really a public party bus, that everybody didn't suit the dress attire for a party bus. Like, what? There's dress attire to getting on a party bus so that they can carry you around the strip to club and get you drunk. I'm confused. What kind of dress attire for that? Yeah, y'all, that dress code situation, that was a weird one to me. That was a weird one to me. Especially looking at what the palm colored people were wearing on the party bus. And I ain't seen no Louis Vuitton and V, you know, Versace or nothing on them. So I don't know about that dress code. But moving along to the Wiley situation. Y'all, mental health is a real thing. It's a real thing. And I refuse to believe that Wiley is on his meds when he took to social media this morning and went to a Walmart in the Las Vegas area and called in a false report of some explosives in a Walmart, but not the Walmart in Las Vegas, but in a whole nother state, in Chicago. And he got arrested on his live. The police turned the live off. He is now in custody with the bail that he ain't got. You know, this is crazy. I'm about to walk into my residence. Be right back. All right, y'all, this is my lunch. Had me a little salad, of course, and a little something to drink. Hope you guys like this lunchtime chat and walk. And I will see you guys in the next one. Here's the little snack that I had with my salad, of course. That was for later today. And we'll see how that goes if I actually get to it. But I wanted to show it to y'all. But again, I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, peace and blessings from the west side. This is my organic raspberry hibiscus that I got at 7-Eleven. Just slid these pictures in for y'all. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on my other social media. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram as DCB Purple Diva, and my other channel, The Purple Diva Dip, where I do spoken word. Peace and blessings. I'm out, you guys. Bye.